Welcome, everybody. My name is Hunter. I am the online campus director here at Waters Edge Church, and I am honored to have Corey and Ashley. Corey is our new Newport News Campus Pastor, and today we're going to actually have what we call hot seat. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir. We're ready.
All right. So let's go ahead and get this started, okay? How did y'all meet?
So we met in high school. I was the captain of the cheer team, and he was the quarterback on the football team. And, you know, I walked into my last class of the day, first day of freshman year, and I saw the cute boy in the class, and I said, yeah, I choose him. And so we started talking, and our sophomore year of high school, we started dating and been together ever since.
That's awesome. My wife and I met in sophomore year, too.
There you go.
See, high school sweethearts. It works, right? Okay.
Sure does. Works for us, right?
Right, it works
There
for
you
us.
go.
I mean, let's just be real. It works
And it
for
can
us.
work for you.
There you go. I love that. What 3 words would you use to describe yourself?
I would say loving, bold, and passionate.
I like it. Bold and passionate. Can I get an amen? I love that. So, what do you guys do for fun?
We're currently in the middle of watching Star Wars.
Ooh, I love Star Wars.
Yeah, so he loves Star Wars too. I'm watching it, but we also we just moved to Hilton.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're getting a puppy soon, and we'll be taking her on walks.
What kind of puppy?
and We're getting a Frenchie.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's real cute. She's 14 weeks old. She's gray. Her name is Luna. And yeah.
I watch a lot of sports.
Yeah, you do watch a lot
Football,
of sports.
Yes,
basketball.
football. That's what I'm talking about.
Those are my sports. Go Cowboys.
Ooh.
And Roll Tide.
Well,
there we go.
This all just ended very quickly. Thank you all for no, I'm a Washington fan, so it's okay.
Ooh.
We'll get along great. I promise. We'll get along great. So, what is your favorite childhood memory?
Aw. Go ahead.
Yeah. I guess I'll go spiritual on you, but I was raised in the church my whole life, and I had, prayed all these prayers growing up because I had heard about God and I didn't want to go to hell one day. And I remember it was actually the same day that I had prayed when I was really young, and it was the same day a bunch of years later. And I remember everybody was supposed to be celebrating me for knowing Jesus. And I remember I was 10 years old, and I remember I said, I don't know this Jesus that everybody's talking about. So I remember I was able to give my life to Jesus that day when I was 10 years old, October 11th, 2009, and it changed my life, and it led to me being called into ministry and now being the campus pastor
That
of
is
Newport
awesome.
News.
That is awesome. Man, what about favorite childhood memory?
Favorite childhood memory? Well, I grew up on the beach. I grew up in Florida.
Totally jealous.
Yes.
Totally jealous. I would. Oh.
It was great. So we used to go, which is actually funny because it comes full circle, but we used to go to Kilwins, Kilwins. And we called it Sniff and Chew because, seriously, because when you walk in there and you get like a whiff of all the waffle cones and it's like, and you don't even need an ice cream because it just smells so good. So there was one right down by the beach where I grew up, and we'd go there and grab an ice cream and walk on the beach and collect seashells, and it was a great time. So that's
And
what we
it's
did.
still referred to as Sniff and
And
Chew.
it's still Sniff and Chew. So when we
Yes,
go
it
to
is.
Williamsburg, we hit it up.
That's awesome.
There you go.
I love that. Sniff and chew.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
You got to try it out.
I will.
There you go.
We'll do a lunch date there. You and me. We'll just go there and eat
yeah,
ice cream.
just us
Okay,
two.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Y'all have fun.
Yeah.
So, what do you love most about ministry, Corey?
Without a doubt, my favorite thing in ministry has got to be seeing people saved. Like, seeing people go from death to life is where it's all at for me. Like, I love so many things about ministry. I love preaching, and I love watching people take steps in their walk. But there's nothing like watching people go and take that first step, going from where they once were to where to go from being just a person that's loved by God and loved, and He wants them and He cares for them, but to watch them become a son or a daughter of God, like a son or a daughter of the Most High King. That's what it's all about. Like, if I see that, like, I'm good for months. Like, I see one, I'm like, I'm good. That's what I'm here for. And that's why we're in ministry. That's why we're on earth. Like, the reason God literally leaves us and doesn't take us is so we get to be a part of that. So
Absolutely.
I love it.
Kind of reminds me of like golf.
Yeah.
Like golf is like, ministry sometimes can be a little tough, but you get that one person, like golf, you get that one good shot, you're like, oh, I'm coming back. Ministry's like that. You see that one person's life change, and you're like, oh, I'm in it forever.
Yep.
I'm never going to end this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it. So what excites you the most about being a part of the Water's Edge family? This can be for either one of y'all to answer.
Yeah, I'll go. So Corey said through this whole process, he said, you know, it's exciting to finally meet the people that we've been praying for so long. And as like, much as we've said it, and it almost become like our motto, but it really is true. Like we prayed, and we didn't even know what church we were praying for so long. And you know, years ago, when we met, I knew that he was going into ministry, and I knew that I wanted to marry him, so I knew we would be going into ministry together. So it's just really cool to finally see all these people and get to know all these people, and realize that this is where God was leading us all along, and this is our church, and we get to call it home.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I would say my favorite thing has got to be seeing people. I already mentioned giving their life to Jesus. That's the huge thing. When I get to see somebody take that step, it is just like, it is a fire beneath me. I love it. But I love watching people take the step to realize that God made them for something more.
Absolutely.
You know, so often in life we think of, okay, you know, I'm called to work this job, or I'm called to have this family, or I'm called to do this or do that, or be this great neighbor. And while that's all true, I believe that God calls us to be leaders, and calls us to be functioning and to do what God's calling us to do inside the local church. So when people discover that, whether it's working with kids, or whether it's working with groups, or whether it's hospitality or worship or preaching, whatever it is, when somebody discovers that for themselves, there's nothing like watching somebody really step into their grace path. That's what I like to call it. Like where God has designed them and made them to thrive in.
Love it. So here's a random question. Do y'all have any hidden talents?
I can text with my toes.
What?
Swear.
Wait, what?
Swear.
Yeah.
I have like monkey toes.
I love that.
And so my whole
Never
life
saw that
I
coming.
picked things up with my toes. Yeah, no, surprise. I can text with my toes. Yeah.
I was just like, I took my toes. What?
Say what?
That is, it is something that it doesn't just stop with texting. It's like, oh, let me drive with my toes. Let me pick up this blanket with my toes. I'm like, what is
That's
going on?
It comes in handy.
I would say my hidden talent, I don't really have many hidden talents, but I can do this thing called clicking, where I can click my tongue really loud. Let's hope I don't mess it up. You ready? I can do that.
But it's not that special because I can do it.
At any time. She cannot do it. She cannot do it at all. But I can do it pretty loud. It runs in my family. So, yeah,
I like that.
that's my
genetic.
little hidden talent.
It's genetic. I love it. All right, so we have one last thing, which is the rapid fire round, okay? So literally, whatever pops through your mind, just say it, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Facebook or TikTok?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Okay. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Ooh, okay. Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix. Though YouTube TV is
Yeah.
pretty nice.
I hesitated.
Right.
That's
I
what
was
I've been
gonna
using.
say.
YouTube TV.
I'm a
really-
YouTube TV person too, so I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, YouTube TV all the way. 'Cause
Yeah.
Get that. Well, guys, I just want to say thank you again for coming out and having fun with me today in this hot seat. I know this is something that we are super excited about, Corey, as you being on the team now at the Newport News Campus, and Ashley, you coming alongside him. And again, from my heart and everybody else here at Water's Edge, thank you so much for being a part of Water's Edge.
We can't wait.